Okay, welcome to Tech Talk Friday, and you must be wondering, it's a Wednesday, so why are we talking tech on Friday? Because Axiata and Telenor just announced a proposed merger.
Correct, very important.
I say proposed, unlike some people say they have already merged. But yeah, so they have proposed a merger between their assets here in South Asia and Southeast Asia.
And in ASEAN, yes.
So that means Digi Celcom are going to come together, potentially. And of course, I have to ask you, because you are the tech man, what do you think of this merger? And is it good, bad? Should we be worried, or should we start making calls to Alban and saying, "What's happening, man?"
Alban, by the way, is his good friend. He claims.
I claim.
He claims that Alban is the CEO of Digi, but no. I think so. Actually, to me, this is the hottest news that has come out in the Malaysian tech scene.
That's why we have to do this on a Wednesday and break with tradition.
Right?
Okay.
I think since
so
last year, January.
Why is this so important?
No, because
what's the implication?
I think Axiata in their release they said something interesting. Right? They say it's the launch is the birth of a global champion.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's a Malaysian-based global champion, right? Very important, and it is because. So you already know the details. You would have read about it, right? Telenor's ASEAN operations. And Axiata's Asian operations also, right? When I say Asia, the whole of Asia, right? And what's interesting is that they're coming together now because they think that combining, you can be a better, more competitive player. And coincidentally, on Friday morning, I was at a function where Tan Sri Jamal was there, and I was chatting with him.
And he's the Axiata CEO.
Axiata Group CEO and President. I don't know why he needs two titles. He's the big boss.
Some people get confused, so they need two titles. Anyway.
Okay, but and he was saying that when you compete in the telco space, you either want to be number 1 or number 2, right? You be number 3, and you're just fighting for scraps. So this merger now brings them together, and they will be the number 1 player in 6 countries. And in Bangladesh, they will actually have potentially 80% market share. But while I say that, because there are a lot of permutations and nuances to the deal, they are not announcing the merger of their Bangladesh operations, right? The merger will happen, it includes Bangladesh, but in Bangladesh, they will not merge the two telcos. Robi and Grameenphone will be separate. Grameenphone is owned by Telenor, Robi is owned by Axiata. Because if they were to combine in that country, 80% market share, and no regulator, no competition, you cannot get it improved, It'll be anti-competitive, anti-competitive. And actually, even in Malaysia, one of the analysts from M-Bank, Alex or Kevin Goh, sorry if I got your name wrong, he just came out with a report yesterday saying that because when the two of them combine Celcom and Digi, they're going to have about just under 21 million customers and about 55% market share. And he says that there's no guarantee that the government will, approve the deal, because you can say that you have become a dominant force in the market, right?
Malaysia,
and the government wants more competition because they want prices to come down. There could be some concern, but I tell you,
I don't think there will be an issue. I mean, but
you're right. I also don't think so, because Axiata probably preempting that and knowing that could be an issue, they're positioning this as the birth of a Malaysian global champion, right? And although Telenor will. There is subject to the final due diligence and valuation. At the moment, in the press release, Telenor says that they may probably own about 56% of the new company and 43% Axiata. The final numbers will be decided later if the deal actually comes together.
Essentially, it will not be a Malaysian company.
No, it is because you're still majority stake. I
mean, based in Malaysia.
Based on strict numbers, yes. But Jamal said it's a merger of equals, right?
It is.
And they're going to base the global headquarters for the operations in Kuala Lumpur. They're going to set up an innovation hub in Kuala Lumpur also.
True.
Right? A lot of things are going to happen here. For the government now, if you just let Axiata go ahead and carry on as usual, it's same old, right? Nothing exciting. And when we talk about Celcom, you won't see me or seated at the edge of my seat. I'll be sitting like you back here talking, right? But here I am, it's exciting news. But here it's exciting news because now they have a chance to be an Asian leading player.
I think it's game break. I mean, I think fundamentally deals like this help other Malaysian companies to also look and saying, how about my industry?
Correct.
What are game-changing deals that I can play?
Absolutely, and think bigger, right?
That it will set a precedence for others to start thinking
Absolutely,
like that.
I think so.
That's why you got to put your heads out for, Tan Sri Jamal and the Axiata guys.
Telenor. So the interesting thing is some background. Also, Telenor, the group CEO now, Sigve Breakfast, Sigve Breke, used to be the CEO of Telenor Asia, based
right.
out of Bangkok.
Yes.
And he was very familiar with Malaysia, right? He would come here regularly. And in fact, if you go to DNA, I think I've interviewed him 3 times when he was CEO of Asia operation. So I think that familiarity with Malaysia and with the culture and with probably the senior leadership team of Axiata also has made him realize that this could be a good fit. And Axiata has done very well with the investments he's made in Asia also, correct? So interesting times for the industry, and definitely I think you Mobile and Maxis, they're going to be sitting up now and they're probably having brainstorming meetings,
especially Maxis, right? Because I mean, this is going to be like, whoa, you know.
Correct. It puts them on the edge of their seats, and they got to now level up. They got to level up their competition, right? The competition now has been reset, right? And it's been reset higher. So there is a possibility maybe consumers will not benefit because you got one market player setting prices, and of course Maxis will be happy if they set prices higher, right? So you slightly lower than them, you say, hey, we're going by the market. I don't know, but the government here has to play a role, the regulator also. And by the way, the regulator needs to play a more important role, not MCMC, but the Anti-Competitive Commission, the Malaysian Competition Commission. Because in Norway last year, although Telenor is actually owned by the Norwegian government, they were fined about 800 million Norwegian kroners because they were found to be indulging in anti-competitive practices.
Wow, really? By the government itself?
By the government itself. I mean, no, by the anti-competition commission. So our Malaysian Competition Commission also has to be on its ball and watch for this anti-customer friendly behavior, right?
Anyway, this story is just unfolding. So I think there's a lot of permutations and potentially, I mean, one thing I think we must talk, I mean, you must come back Friday and let's talk about, because Axiata got an investment from Mitsui for Axiata Digital.
Yes.
And I think that's also quite groundbreaking because it's like valuations like 500 million US.
500 million US
something like that.
But
let's talk about that on Friday.
On Friday, which is on Friday, we got another and that is an interesting story, and we'll share with you again some of the implications of that, not just the numbers which you have read about again.
Yeah, but so that's interesting. And then maybe as this story unfolds. Let's talk about this whole Digi, Celcom, Axiata, Telenor permutations and what might have it. So you heard it here from Karamjit Singh, his take on the Digi Celcom, Telenor, Axiata merger and
Mitsui,
permutations.
Mitsui there, the Japanese.
Their share price both went up significantly this morning.
The market sees the relevance of that. They love it. Yeah.
So it seems
it's 1 plus 1 is 3 if it happens, right? Pending regulatory
and I mean there's going to be a lot of work to make it synergistic and all acquisitions or mergers tend to have.
But here, so before we end, just credit to the Edge, because I think they broke the story on Monday morning, right? Which is why I think they quickly came out with the release.
Although I read an embargoed thing that was slightly earlier than that, but it's going to be an interesting journey ahead. So good.
Exciting.
So Wednesday, but you're watching TechTalk Friday and it's Wednesday, but don't worry.
Don't get confused.
You're just here in the groundbreaking.
Just leave the confusion to us.
All right, have a good day.
All right, have a good day.